Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video, hence the title, I thought we'd change things up a bit by probably making this a series at the end of it. A series of rankings, personally by my experiences. Don't judge if there are some things different. But anyways, today's video is pretty simple. It is 10 bosses that are easy to most people, but I somehow still managed to blunder on, or 10 easy bosses I completely failed at. Number 10, the Taurus Demon, Dark Souls. Don't be calling me a noob in the comments, alright? I don't play any Soulsborne games. But anyways, this second boss in the game you spend ages getting towards just jumps on over and starts waddling towards you. What is the tactic, I think? I look up these YouTube walkthroughs. I see people that have climbed up this tower and either throw fireballs down or just jump down and hit him in the face. Well, I don't have any fireballs, so I hit him in the face. And then I'm expected to climb back up the ladder and do that again because I am too bad at close range combat. I will whimper out of that. But what does he do? Before I can even get a hit on him, after landing on his head, he just smacks me with his axe and I'm dead. And I've never proceeded in Dark Souls. I played the opening, I got to that boss, failed, and then quit because I am that bad at it. And I'm not having any of you call me a noob. I'm not persevering or anything. I am not good at Dark Souls, and I know that for a fact. At number 9, we have Alduin, the World Eater. Not even his final battle. Yes, this bit takes place in the quest where you receive the Elder Scroll, the Dragon Scroll, and read it on top of the throat of the world. Simple stuff. All of a sudden, he spawns in, and what am I expected to do? Use a newly learned shout to call him down. But idiot me, who skips all the dialogue, didn't realise that. So I'm standing there like a loon, and Parthenax is meant to be helping me. What does he do? He's flying around the top, spraying fire down at Alduin, doing minimal damage, and he's saying, use the shout, and I'm like, what, unrelenting force? Fire breath? I use both of them. Blimmin' nothing. And then only after a while I realised, oh, Dragon Rend. And then I can actually start doing damage. But the damage was so minimal. And it's meant to be an easy boss. But my very experience of the first time I played it, skipping all the dialogue and not understanding what to do, that is what let me down. And with my lack of health potions on the first time round, you can say I suffered quite a lot. At number 8, don't even say it's a kid's game. I'm saying Tiny Tiger from Crash 2, Cortex Strikes Back. I'm waiting for the laughter. Come on. Anyways, this idiot just spawns. I mean, obviously it's his level, and you go in there and he opens up the doors and he starts jumping you around on these platforms. Now, his predictability is he follows you around, and if you go diagonally, he will go diagonally as well. He doesn't double skip. The problem is, it's kind of unpredictable with the platforms. Like, towards the last phase of the fight, there'll be these platforms, there'll be the green ones on one side, and then all of a sudden you get like half of them as red, and you'd have to make sure you're on the green ones, but all the while he's behind you. And just getting him, tricking him into falling in one of the holes so he goes down. How am I meant to do that? My tiny brain can't even function knowing that I need to do that. Like, this is a time-lapsed version, right? I'm showing you now. This is a time-lapsed version of me trying to complete it in the playthrough. Look at my horrible failure. This is just not it. Anyways, on to the next one. Coming in at number 7, Mortimer Freeze. Quite a respectable choice to put as number 7 because it's quite a hard boss considering that the whole game is a hard boss fight. But I hate this little white gnome. All he does is fly around the top of the screen going throwing his spell books at me, sending out lollipops when he turns into a flipping refrigerator, and all of a sudden the last phase when he's shooting around the place throwing all goodness knows what at you is pointless. But there are other bosses in that DLC of Cuphead that are so incredibly harder. You get the aces that are in the dog fight, you get the chef at the end, you get the mob underground, the insect mob. But no, this fat little wizard flying around my screen caused me the most trouble, and I don't know why. He's easier compared to the others. I spent a whole video trying to do his fight, and when I finally completed it, I was like, that's it. It was so hard, and yet it's meant to be easier compared to the other ones. Tell me that game. How is that even possible? Yes! Yes! Oh. Coming in at number 6, we have Bowser from Super Mario 3. These are from a range of games from different consoles, so if you're shocked about the jump, then now I've explained it, you'll know. But the trick is with this boss fight, it's much like the Tiny Tiger one. He sends fireballs at you and you need to jump over them. And then when he's ready, he jumps up in the air and comes down on the bricks and he breaks the bricks. And the idea is to get him to fall through all of the bricks, so then the bricks that he sits on and crushes. Get him to the bottom, then that's how you win. Unfortunately, me and my timing decides the perfect thing to do is either die to a fireball or get right underneath him when he lands, and it's just and the older games would set you back, so saving points, doing a level and failing and getting back, especially when you run out of lives, it's just horrible. But that fight will stick with me for ages because it is such an easy fight that the fact that I failed it is completely ridiculous. Coming in at number 5, we have quite an unknown boss from a game I haven't done on the channel. It is Cetus from Cetus or Cetus or whatnot from Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. Now, I'd never played a JRPG, and I don't even know if many people consider him an easy boss, but compared to the other ones, he's quite easy. His attacks are quite easy, but he's a giant snake, and you're in this sea lair off on a distant island, and you've just met this fella named Leander who has joined your group, and he's a magician or a wizard, and all of a sudden this snake just pops out the ground, and I'm like, okay, we just attack him, attack the deck, but no, he uses his tail that's on the other end of the map. If you could be over there, he'll just hit you and hit you and hit you. The amount of times I died, I actually quit the game for a year. I didn't want to play the game again until I tried again because I just really felt like playing it, and I eventually beat it, and then I was like, oh, it's over. But like, my team are blooming rubbish. I mean, I was under-leveled. I was like level 12. And apparently that wasn't even good enough. I mean, I finished the game on level 60, so that really shows you. And that was about halfway through the game, this boss fight, so I was really rubbish. Leander, who was a higher level than me, was just jumping around shooting blimmin' spells at this thing as if that was meant to do anything, whereas really it wasn't, so he was stupid. And all the others, they just died. Number 4. Did you hear that? Where's that noise coming from? I know he's not a boss, but come on. Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 lives in my nightmares. I see people on YouTube who, when he comes in and when he starts stalking you around the RCPD, they just lose him. Or they don't whimper or anything, he's just there. And then they manage to lose him. On my end, I haven't even passed the flipping clock bit. You know the part where I can't even tell you what happens. You have to get something in the clock tower area by going up to the top of the RCPD, but that's right after you meet him and he's chasing you around, and this is on the Leon playthrough, by the way, I haven't done the Claire one. And it's just, hearing those footsteps gives me blimmin' tremors. Entry number 3. Don't even laugh, mate. King Bob-omb from Mario 64 was the bane of my existence. Imagine how happy I was. I don't even have an N64, but getting the expansion pass on the Switch was a very happy day. I always dreamed. I was going to get Mario 64 on the DS version, but I wanted to play the original, but not obviously the original. So I got it on the Switch, and honestly, I was happy, gaily hopping, skipping through Bob-omb Battlefield, climbing up the mountain, dodging all the boulders rolling down, or whatever they were, cannons or what. I think they were boulders now, the black boulders, bombs even. And then all of a sudden, flipping at the top is King Bob-omb himself. And because the game doesn't tell you exactly what to do, I'm standing there trying to, waddle around, get behind him, which I see a lot of people do, but I don't know what the controls are. So he just turns around and picks me up and throws me off the side of the very mountain I've just climbed up. It took me at least half an hour to grasp what I was meant to do. I got him down. I got him one time. And then all of a sudden he just turned around, picked me up and threw me off the side. It was meant to be the first boss and the easiest boss in Mario 64, and somehow I managed to blunder that. I'm blaming the controls. Can't be me. Entry number 2, Ripperoo. What an absolute... I hate him. Look at the video now. Just look at this video. No. Coming in the final spot, number 1, is another crash entry. What a surprise. This time from the Wrath of Cortex, and it is Water Crunch, or Crunch Water Element Form, whatever. Crunch Bandicoot, everyone. The most underrated character, I believe. But anyways, in Wrath of Cortex, all of the boss fights were Crunch. The second one, I did the first one, which was the land battle, where you had to roll up in a ball and fight him as a ball, because he was in a ball. The second one, you have to jump over these bits of water, which he's throwing at you, which are really hard to figure out where they are because of the depth perception, not drown on the platforms, duck under the green lasers he shoots at you, and then dodge the bubble attacks. There's 4 phases to this fight, I believe. I haven't even got past the first one. I actually quit the Wrath of Cortex. It was so hard. I couldn't see where the water was. Every time I jumped, it was either in the water, drowned on the platform, or got hit by the water they were sending at me because I had no idea where it was. It was coming at me. I just didn't see, was it there? Was it far away? Was I going to jump over it and land on it? But every time I jumped, I either got hit by it, or I landed on it, or I drowned. So, anyways, tell me the easiest bosses that you suffered on, which is exactly what I've just done. Tell me your ones in the comments. I'd like to know. And if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. But anyways, if you want to see more of this, I'll see you all in the next video, whatever that may be. Goodbye.